You've probably heard the whispers about Belton, Texas, small town, big time growth. But here's the truth. If you're looking to invest in land, RV parks, or storage facilities, Belton could be one of the most strategic and overlooked markets in Central Texas. In this video, I'm breaking down the numbers, the risks, and the opportunities so that you can determine for yourself if Belton belongs in your investment strategy or if you should pass. So let's start with what puts Belton on the radar, and that's its location. This small town is sitting in the crossroads of two major highways, I-35, the main artery of Texas, and the newly expanded I-14 corridor, giving direct access to Fort Cavazos and goes due east towards Cameron all the way into Alexandria, Louisiana. You're 10 minutes from Temple, 20 minutes to Fort Cavazos, just over an hour to Austin, and right in between 2 and 2.5 hours to Dallas-Fort Worth. From a logistics standpoint, that's hard to beat, and Amazon seems to agree. They have already broke ground on a 127,000 square foot distribution center right here in Belton, Texas, in the I-35 and I-14 corridor. Not only is that warehouse space and same-day delivery, that's hundreds of jobs and serious infrastructure investment. And where the jobs go, so does the demand for housing, rentals, and support services. So between 2020 and 2023, Belton's population grew by 2,000 people. That's roughly 2 to 3% year over year. And the city's preparing for more, like the Loop 121 expansion and the new Avenue D access into the Belton Business Park. Show how serious Belton is about growth. Now, if you're just looking at numbers, here's an easy segment to overlook. The Belton ISD. The Belton ISD is one of Belton's biggest assets. It recently earned a solid B from the Texas Education Agency. And while it received a C under the tougher 2023 grading system, that really fell in line with most of Texas in 2023. But more importantly, families still want to live in Belton ISD. Why? Because school quality drives the real estate demand. According to Texas A&M's Real Estate Research Center, better schools equal higher home values and faster sales. And Belton ISD is growing steadily with 1% to 6% enrollment growth each year. That's led to new schools being built and land acquired for future campuses. And that school-driven demand trickles throughout everything. More families means stronger retail demand. Retail demand brings in more businesses. And for you, that means stronger comps, better resale values, and a market that'll hold up even in wobbly markets. So yes, school taxes are part of the property tax burden here, but they're also fueling the very growth that gives Belton its long-term investment potential. And speaking of taxes, let's talk property taxes. Texas doesn't have state income tax. That's the good part. But what we do have are high property taxes. In Belton, your total rate is going to fall somewhere between 2% to 2.3% of the appraised value annually. Belton ISD's school tax rate is around $1.15 per $100 value, and the city of Belton tax on about 52 cents of that. And add in the Bell County and other districts, you're right at the 2% plus range. Now here's what investors need to know. If your property isn't homestead, there's no 10% cap on annual appraisal increases. That means your tax bill could jump significantly year over year. So plan for that, budget for that, and when the numbers seem off or high, protest the appraisal. And if you're not quite sure how to do that in Bell County, I've put a link in the description below to show you the video that I've made over protesting your property taxes in Bell County. And Bell County gives you a window to do that each year. And it's one of the most underutilized tools by new investors. So now let's bring it back to specialty assets, raw land, RV parks, and storage facilities. Belton's future land use plan is where you want to start. The map tells you where the city expects future growth and where they're encouraging development. Look at areas near Loop 121, FM 439, and anything around Lake Belton for new construction homes. These corridors are perfect for RV parks, boat and RV storage, or land that can be rezoned for short-term rentals or investment property. But do your research because there are already a few RV parks, storage facilities in those areas. So make sure that you reach out to the county or the city before purchasing that property, because they may not want any more RV parks in that area if that's what you're looking for to develop. And another warning, parts of Belton, especially along Nolan Creek or near the lake, sit in a floodplain. And some lake adjacent land is under the Corps of Engineering. The Corps of Engineering has land all around the Belton Lake, and you cannot build boating docks. But if you find a clean parcel with the right zoning or ETJ overlay, you've got an opportunity. Recreational use is only growing in Texas. With outdoor migration, RV travel, and boat ownership on the rise, Belton's geography makes it a strong play for those niche cash flowing properties. Now let's zoom in on the rental market. A decade ago, Belton and the greater Killeen Temple area had some of the highest vacancy rates in Texas, up to 17% at one point. Now today's, that's flipped. Occupancy is stabilizing in the 90s, but we've recently seen a surge in new rental listings, which means supply is temporarily outpacing demand in some neighborhoods. That's actually a window, not a warning. If you're buying now, you're more likely to negotiate better terms or price. And rents, they're expected to bounce back in 18 to 24 months as inventory gets absorbed. So what I recommend, target areas near downtown Belton where older homes are ready for tear down or gut renovation. Think Terrytown style gentrification on a small town scale. If you control the land and rebuild, you set your own comps in a rising area, and then you rinse and repeat. And now for the risks. Belton might be pro-growth and all, but it's not a free-for-all. This isn't the Wild West. You're going to need permits, zoning matters. You mess up and build in a flood zone, your engineering costs are gonna go through the roof. If you're looking to build a duplex on that single-family lot, you'll need to consult with the future land use map and possibly go through a zoning case. And also remember, Belton is a small town. It isn't a giant buyer pool. If you're developing high-end homes or niche commercial property, it may take longer to sell. The market is stable, but not liquid like Austin or Dallas-Fort Worth. So for the investor playbook right now, buy right, plan tight, and always verify your exit strategy before you buy. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe for more real estate strategy content like this, and share this video with someone that's thinking about buying or selling in Central Texas. It might save them thousands and help them make a move of a lifetime. And if Belton or anywhere in Central Texas sounds like the right place for your next investment, my contact information is right here and in the description below. Shoot me a quick text and I'll get right back to you. And stay around for the next video because I have a property update of the Bell County land market in May 2025. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Trent Babb, your Central Texas real estate buzzard. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it.